Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and I'm reading Star Trek Deviations. Now, I don't know if this is the first time that we've ever had a Deviations style comic, but I think that we should have a whole lot more because this was a very interesting, very fun comic. Now, if you know the DC and the Marvel comics, you know that DC has Elseworlds and Marvel has What If. These two lines in the same comic simply mean that it's an alternative future, a what if this happened instead of that, or just a flat out complete entirely new storyline. Now, with the IDW brand, I think that Deviations is going to be their new version of Elseworlds or What If. At least it should be, because this is a one shot that basically involves the idea of around the time of Cochran. All right, in fact, not too long after Cochran. You remember the First Contact movie? This was the first completely solo movie with the next generation crew of Star Trek. They had generations before that, but it also had Shatner in it and a quick cameo by a couple of the other guys. But with Next Generation, their first complete solo movie was First Contact, and that was the one where the Borg came back in time and went after Cochran and tried to stop the Phoenix from flying and all that stuff. The first warp engine that caused the first contact with the Vulcans. Well, in this, that kind of happens, but something else happens later on where by the time the crew of the next generation comes along, they're already all scattered all over the place and they're vagabonds and rogues and everything. This comic gives you a completely different take on the characters. If this would have happened, the Romulan invasion, where it seems as though the Vulcans were all killed and Worf is a pacifist, and just wow, man. This is a crazy comic that is actually done very, very well. The art is beautiful, the writing is beautiful. It's just wow, a very fun story to read. And although you know exactly where it's going, it does it in a very good, very paced way, and it feels very organic. I give this comic an A, and it is just such an absolutely spectacular comic with a great take on old characters. And yeah, very fun story to read, guys. I highly recommend going out and picking this one shot up. Anyway, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, class dismissed.